This is the day 2 video for systems of linear inequalities. So on day 1, we really focused on given a system, can you graph it? And then we also focused on, the fact that those solutions were falling in that shaded region that was overlapping in the inequalities. So today what we're going to do is we are going to actually write systems of linear inequalities given a graph. So this can be a little overwhelming at first, but if you take it step by step, then I know that you can do it. So we're going to look at one line at a time. So I am looking at this solid line right here, and that's where I'm going to start. So I am going to write my inequality in slope-intercept form, so I know I have y. And just like when we were doing this last week with just linear inequalities, I start by looking at my y-intercept. I see that this line crosses the y-axis right there at positive 2. I also know that I can find my slope, and that's the number that's going to go in front of x. This line slopes down, so I know my slope is negative. And if you count, starting from your y-intercept, you notice that if you go down 1 and over 1, you're back on your line, which means that your slope must be negative 1x. So I'm not writing negative 1, I just put negative x. Now I'm going to focus on my inequality symbol. So I notice that this is a solid line, which means that this has to be equal to, and then if you notice, this is shaded, so I'm going to put my finger on my line, and I notice that it's shaded under the line. So that means that this was less than or equal to. So that equation is y is less than or equal to negative x plus 2. That's the equation for this line. Now I'm going to look at the dashed line. So once again, I'm starting with y, and I start with my y-intercept, which in this case occurs at negative 3. Then I need to find my slope. This line slopes up, so I know it has a positive slope. If I start on my y-intercept, I have to rise 2 and run 1 to get back on my line, which makes my slope positive 2. Since this is a dashed line, I know that there is no equal to, so I'm not going to have the little line under my symbol. If I put my pencil on my line, I notice that this is also shaded below, so that means it was less than. So I've now written my system. My system was y is less than or equal to negative x plus 2. That's this line. And then it's y is less than 2x minus 3. That would be this line. And then this is where the solutions for this inequality fall. It's in the overlapping shaded region. Let's try another one. So here I'm going to start with this vertical line because I know that vertical lines, I'm using my acronym VUX. Those are going to be x, and then I look for right there, my x-intercept was 1. It's a dashed line, so I know it's not equal to, and it was shaded to the left. So x is less than 1 would make this dashed line right here. The next thing I'm going to do is look at this solid line. So I know that it is going to be y. My y-intercept is negative 4. To find my slope, if I go to my y-intercept and I go down 1 and over 3, that makes my slope negative 1/3. In order to determine what my symbol is, I know it's a solid line and it's shaded below, so that's going to be less than or equal to. So I have now written my system. X is less than 1 is this dashed vertical line, and y is less than or equal to negative 1/3 x minus 4 is this solid line with a negative slope passing through negative 4. The solution to this system falls in this overlapped shaded region. Now, we've talked a lot about finding the solutions to systems, and what you should notice is any ordered pair that falls within this shaded region is going to be an ordered pair that would work. So I just want to reiterate that if they give you an ordered pair and ask you if it's a solution, if you graph it, it needs to fall in the shaded region. If it falls out here in the unshaded region, then you know that that would be not a solution for the system. If you have any questions about anything that we've covered over the past 2 days, it's important that you come in and you get some extra support because we will have an assessment over this very soon. I do have tutorials in the morning, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.